Talking about yawning. You know what is yawning? You've seen people do this, open their mouth wide open, and people always wonder, why do people yawn? As a child growing up, I used to ask people. I got answers, but those answers were somehow not very convincing. Imagine in a classroom, the teacher is teaching and the lecture is boring. Then what happened? You see many students, going like that, and somebody open their mouth widely, yawn. So yawning is always linked to boredom. Yawning is always linked to sleepiness, or yawning is linked to something inactive. This subject was very curious to me. As I was researching, I said, hey, I must find this out. And I realized something very startling. Look, now this is very important for us to understand the breathing process. When we breathe out, what do we breathe out? When we breathe in, what do we breathe in? And that's the science that we need to understand to answer this question, what is yawning? It's very important for us to know that when we inhale air, the atmospheric air, we would have read in the science books probably in our primary schools, that approximately about 20-21% is oxygen, about 77% is nitrogen, 2% carbon dioxide, 1% helium and various other gases. I inhale and only about 20% of my lung capacity is actually used because the shallow breathing we do. We are not really doing deep breathing. And the balance, 70% of my lung is filled with nitrogen. And the pit of my lung is filled with carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is a heavy gas. And so are many toxic gases. They are there. That's why they say, this is just a tip for you. That's why they say if you want to live healthy, if you want to stay younger, if you want to live, all your organs functioning fine, disease free, then learn to breathe out. Learn to breathe longer, deeper. Right? The turtle, the tortoise, breathes deeper and longer. That's why they go on to live for almost 400 to 500, 600 years. But you look at a dog, how does the dog breathe? It dies, 8 years, 10 years, 12 years, right? Very short life. So breathe faster, die faster. Longer, deeper breathing, excellent. When we come back to yawning, we realize that this oxygen and nitrogen is on the higher portions of the lung. So when we exhale, it is very easy to exhale. When we are doing shallow breathing, right? I can't even feel whether I'm breathing or not. That's a shallow breathing. When I'm in the shallow breathing, which is what happens most of the day, oxygen or the nitrogen is going out and it is getting replaced. But carbon dioxide, heavy gas, it doesn't come out. So when carbon dioxide levels in the body accumulates, it increases beyond a permissible limit. Your body cannot take it anymore. So then, look, the divine nature is very, very helpful to you and me. That is what is yawning. When the toxic levels of carbon dioxide and other gases goes up, my body says, hey, come on, there is an alert. It is time for you to throw it out. So you yawn. So have you seen something? When somebody yawns, immediately the people in the neighborhood or people who are very close, they also yawn. Yeah, why? Because when I yawn, I release a lot of carbon dioxide. And immediately in the atmospheric air, there is a carbon dioxide levels have gone up in the atmospheric air. And that carbon dioxide level is what the other person nearby is also breathing. When they breathe that, their own mechanic, autoimmune system or autonomous system tells them, hey, come on, there's too much of carbon dioxide. The only way you can balance it is by yawning. So there is one person yawns, another person yawns, another person yawns. It's a chain effect. So if you want to be happy in life, if you want to be energetic in life, it's an energy secret. Learn to yawn. Now that you are aware through this video, I want you to practice the art and science of yawning. When you meditate, meditation is Raja Yoga. I was very surprised that when I started practicing meditation many years ago, and every time I meditate, I close my eyes, I look up, I close my eyes and then go. Within less than few minutes, I start yawning. What happens? Even meditation helps you cleanse your carbon. So today, environmentalists all over the world are saying we need to get rid of the carbon deposits. There is too much of carbon in the environment. Carbon is not only in the environment, it's also in the internal environment. The more I cleanse my carbon inside, and that is where yawning helps you. Practice yawning, decarbonize yourself. You know, you have a motorcycle, right? The silencer needs to be decarbonized from time to time. Right? Your engine needs to be decarbonized from time to time for a smooth function. You need to decarbonize and do it every day. You will live happy, you will live healthy, you will live energetic, and you will do well in your life. With a smile on your face, learn to yawn. All the best to you.